Today, I wanted to go over and just kind of give not a day in the life, but pretty much a day in the life of how I spent Christmas and why I did it. So I'm making this video right now. It is 8:44 p.m. for me. I have to get up at 6 tomorrow. I just worked a 12-hour shift. This is how my day went. Woke up at 6, drove to work, 12-hour shift from 7 to 7. I came home, I showered, I ate, I watched a video from one of my mentors, like a podcast thing. After that, I hopped on my computer. I attacked my most important thing, my daily list that I needed to attack. I studied content for like an hour and a half. I went out. I gave my mom and my sister the presents. I came back. I'm making this video before I'm going to head to bed and wake up at 6 tomorrow. Now, why am I doing this? And what significance does this hold? And what can you take? What lessons can you take from this? So if you guys don't know already, if you guys aren't following me, following my journey, I have a mission to chase. And this mission will stop at nothing. Now, what this mission is, for me at the moment, is being able to quit my job and have financial freedom. Now that sets up later down the line, me being able to build the life I want for myself, my future family, and my current family right now. I want to retire my parents. I want to give them the life that they wanted so bad. I'm going to stop at nothing to do that. Now, that plays in to me spending Christmas like this. Now, it's kind of a somber tone because at the end of the day, I want nothing but to spend Christmas, wrapped up in a blanket, listening to music, drinking hot chocolate, opening presents with my whole entire family sitting around a campfire. I don't think anyone doesn't want that. Like, that is peak human experience. And, even Christmases, I researched this the other day. It's like, reason why Christmases are so big and there's so many festivals and there's so much anticipation around it is because, and there's obviously more to this, but, winters were long and brutal back when we weren't as civilized as we are now. And you need to lift people's morale. With that being said, the things that we do, it's all surrounded in a social setting. If you guys don't know anything about human psychology, social settings, you'll know it's one of the most powerful motivators for anything we can do, right? Book Social by Matthew Lieberman describes that perfectly. Even evolutionary psychology, David Buss. I talked about this in one of my other videos, just learning psychology. It is so important for anyone to learn this. I was reading another psychology book, The H Factor in Personality, basically honesty, humility factor. People who are low in this, you got to stay away from them. And that's a totally different point. How does this go back to why I'm doing this for Christmas? I'm suppressing this. I don't want to do anything. Like even my business partner, and he is as locked in as me. He's spending Christmas with his family. And I don't, if you're spending Christmas with your family, that's good. What I do believe is that on your free time, when you're not in these settings, utilizing them, you should be doing what I did today and tonight. And so the whole part of this, the whole reason I do this, because I can't let a single day slip by. And as the end of the year is coming, doing tons of yearly planning, just reviewing. And I realized as of last year, and I made a video for myself last year. So last year, in this same position, I was in a town 3 hours over. It was my first job out of high school. Barely even graduated my school. Moved completely different town. Knew nobody, had no friends. Way different group of people. Like, I was the youngest by, years and years. Everyone where I was working, I went into a high position, and the people that have been there for years and years and years. Like, these guys grew up together. 2 people were there since I was born, right? 2007, since the financial crash, or 2008, whatever. Way different than what I was. And when I went back to that video, it was like a 3-minute message to myself. I prefaced, like everyone does for the resolutions. Good night, love you. Love you. I prefaced, like everyone else does for the resolutions, tomorrow, and I made this December 31st. It's like, I guess December 25th today. But I'm like, tomorrow, you're going to stop doing X. you're going to stop doing X. You're going to lock in. You're going to do X. You're going to achieve X life. Tomorrow, right? January 1st, the day everyone says that. Now, the importance of that to now and how it relates onto why I'm working Christmas and why I worked the day that I did work today is that I have changed so much. My resolve has become that much better, backed by efficient systems, backed by a good why, backed by things that I know I can do. I'm not just sitting here at my desk thinking, what can I do to be productive? I've solved that issue with my system so that I'm always productive. And I can't waste a single day. I can't wait a single day. It'd be very easy for me to say, like me and my boy, we're launching a new ad campaign right now. You know how easy it would be to say, yeah, let's just wait 6 days for it. Start the new year off with a bang. We've gotten to the point, I have gotten to the point, and I'm sure that you can relate to this too. At the end of the day, if you're watching this, chances are you want more with your life. You want to achieve something. You're an entrepreneur. I can't wait a single day. I don't care if that means once a year it's Christmas. It is the most, recognized, one of the most important days of the year for people. I don't care. One thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to alienate my family to do this, which is something I live by, right? No regrets. I believe certain times with your family, you should not be spending it on here because that's time you can't get back. But, when everything was said and done, I came right back to here because I don't want to waste a single moment. I don't want to waste a single day. I don't want to waste a single second. And you watching this, I know that you can relate to this. But just even today, like when I was telling my boy yesterday, he was like, yeah, when are you going to be on? I'm like, dude, I work tomorrow. He's like, what? Why are you working Christmas? I'm like, dude, just how it is. He's like, nah, bro, like that's not right. He didn't make a big deal out of it. Obviously, we were, just friendly, how we always have our conversations, how we always converse. But from his perspective, right, that was egregious. That was outrageous. And even him, who we have no problem working through the holidays. We have no problem working through anything. He was even stunned. Now, if I told someone else, right, like one of my coworkers, he's really big into Christmas. If I told him, yeah, for Christmas, I did a 12-hour shift at my trade job. I came home, I ate, I listened to a podcast, got on my computer, I studied content for an hour and a half, and I went to bed. That is something that seems outrageous. And this goes back to another topic I was speaking on. It's like, why can't you be normal? That's not normal. But what is it normal, right? Normalcy is comparative to something, right? If something isn't normal, then what is normal, right? And that's a baseline that is subjective. Sorry, I gotta stop speaking fancy. If something is weird, it's weird to something else. And so the something else that people compare it to is up for their own opinion, is up for their own interpretation. And so even going back to that, for me, this is normal, right? For me, now I do feel a little bit like, oh yeah, kind of thing, but because everyone around me is doing it, right? But it goes back to your environment too, right? That's another aspect you can obviously touch on. But this is normal and I don't care, right? And the reason I'm making this specifically, like even my birthday is just another day to me. Like truly, I get a supper I want, which is awesome, right? I love food. At the end of the day, I don't care. I'm not gonna sit there and play video games and get a day off because it's my birthday. No, I have a goal to chase. I have a mission to capture. I have a mission that's in my reach that I need to grab. And so I believe Christmas also falls in that same boat. Yeah, I can't waste a single second. I can't waste a single fleeting moment. And for me, Christmas is just another day at the end of the day. And something my mentor was telling me today, it's like, in the world, you're in competition with people, whether you like it or not. Not only are you in competition with people, you're also in competition with nature. Now, nature does not discriminate based on who you are. Nature does not treat everyone the same, right? And a law of nature is time. You can't, and as Sigmund Freud says, you know, one of the things that cause human dissatisfaction, right? There's three things: other people, the degradations of your own body, and then the forces of nature. Force of nature is time. You can't overcome that. And so I'm using, I forgot what point I was trying to make, but the aspect of time, it moves no matter what you're doing. What is the difference for me if I sit there doing whatever it is I want to do, otherwise chasing my goal, right? Read some Seneca today too, Shortness of Life. He says, you know, the only way you'll never be upset with your life is, you know, if you study philosophy, and because of that, you learn how to die, you learn how to live, all of this. You transcend time. But that's another topic. I'm going way, way off topic here. But at the end of the day, time is just time, right? I don't care if it's Christmas Day. I don't care if it's my birthday. It's time that I can be using productively, that I am going to use. But that's that. You know, at the end of the day, I want to keep this video short, not because it's Christmas, but because I have to go to bed and wake up at 6. I understand the importance of sleep. My book's in my closet, but I'm going to like put it here soon. But, you know, Why We Sleep, Matthew Walker, very good book, right? Your body isn't like a bank. If you lose sleep, you can't just gain it back, right? So with that being said, never want to lose sleep. And I've been very good with it. I feel the best I've ever felt. In school, you know, never had good sleep schedules. Now, I'm going to bed at 10, waking up at 6 every single day, around that, like half an hour, give or take. And you can have an hour like back and forth. That's how your body can positively and naturally respond to it. But that's the whole purpose of this video. So, you know, the synopsis of this, why I'm working Christmas Day, it's just another day. I don't care. I don't care if it's day. Who cares, right? Christmas Day is just another day in the grand scheme of things. It's not limiting my potential to work. If anything, it's giving me a positive advantage because not a lot of people are working, right? These are the days that I should be working. But with that being said, again, I'm sure that you guys can relate to this on some level. And, you know, as a lesson from this, you can take, right? At the end of the day, you know, something is so important to you that you're willing to risk everything. You're willing to put in every single ounce of energy, every single ounce of resource. In this case, it's time towards that goal. You have a good goal and you keep attacking, right? If you can truly put that much effort into it, really effortlessly, for me, it's just like automatic. You have a good goal and you should continue to chase that. But that is the preface of this video. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow my journey. If any of you are watching this, you'll know how serious I am, right? Not even just this video, but all of my videos, right? Posting a video a day. Been seeing that consistency for, you know, 2-3 months now. And this is only because I just started 2-3 months ago. My Instagram too, it's like, I don't know, six months now of me posting every single day. But you guys get the gist of it. And so yeah, follow my journey. Know I'm going to become something of spectacular, amounts. Stick around for that. Make sure to follow my Instagram. DM me on Instagram too. I answer all my DMs. I love DMing people who come from my YouTube. Anything at all. I will be happy to respond. Make sure to join my Discord as well. Free AI agency Discord. Completely free value. Me and my boy. Again, tens of thousands of dollars invested completely for free. I think it's a no-brainer. With that being said, make sure to join that. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe. Stay tuned for the journey. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Above all, stay wise, especially during Christmas Day, your birthday, whatever it is. Stay wise.